Hello, this is Soundout here, and I'm back. I'm actually back this time, because I have legitimately figured out what I want to do with this YouTube channel, and that is what this vlog is here to present to you. This is been a long period of time since I've made videos consistently. Last video prior to the Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans Blu-ray unboxing a few days ago was the Caraberos Voyager back in August, and before then, I think it was Sentai Showcase in like May, where I tried out a new series. Anyways, I've been kind of in a transitional period in life. Between jobs, and I've also been kind of reevaluating everything in my life, basically. For example, I haven't been buying as many toys because I've been unemployed, but that means I also got really picky on like what I actually like, and it was able to get me to kind of focus, like, here's all the stuff I'm collecting, but I just kind of focused down to here's the stuff I actually really care about. And some cuts got made here and there. And what ended up happening was that I wasn't really having the spark, the creative passion, the energy to make videos. I had the spark and creative passion to make this display case right here, or wire rack, but I've got a whole Toku display here with Sentai, Power Rangers, Rider, all in one display. And I'm going to do a tour of this video. I just got to figure out a lighting scenario that'll work out, because lighting in here is weird, if you can tell by the shadow on my face, because all the lights up here during nighttime, but when the windows have the sun coming in, it's too bright. So we're going to go with this for now, because I'm still working it out. But anyways, basically what am I going to tell you in this video? Well, here's one of the reasons why I haven't been making videos this year. My channel, for the most part, is Power Rangers and Sentai focused. It's been that way. I tried to be a Transformers channel, but then, to be honest, I haven't been feeling Transformers throughout Titan's Return. And leading into Power of the Primes, I see people in my city finding new Transformers. I'm like, neat. I'll pick those up sometime, maybe. So that was one of my earlier things. I was like really into Transformers when I started getting into doing toy reviews. But Power Rangers was my first video with Serpentera, and Power Rangers is pretty much where I stuck. And that's been my most successful stuff outside of Toy Story. Don't know why Toy Story was such a big deal, but I got nothing else. Maybe when Toy Story 4 hits, we'll have like new toys. The only thing I've gotten that I haven't reviewed is Zurg. That's pretty much it. But for Power Rangers, let me tell you what Power Rangers related stuff I bought this year. The Legacy figures Wave 2 and 3, and the movie Wave, which I reviewed, and the 6 Ninja Steel Rangers. There you go. That's all the Power Rangers toys I bought this year. Oh, and I kind of forgot, it was really early in the year, the movie Megazord and the movie Morpher. Never reviewed the movie Morpher because I was waiting to see it in the movie to properly review it, and then it wasn't in the movie, so I was like, well, I don't care anymore. But that's kind of my problem. I think that with Power Rangers, I've become increasingly frustrated with how Saban Brands handles the franchise. This could go into its own video on itself, but also Bandai's toy lines aren't capturing me at all. The Dino Chargers got me to buy Dino Chargers, even though I already had all the Jugenchi from Kyoryuger. I rebought the Morphers. I bought all the Zords, of course, because, you know, this guy, this Terra Charge Megazord is way sturdier than any Terra Gordon I've seen. So, you know, I kind of, I did that. I did the Dino Charge thing. I double dipped on the collecting gimmick. I double dipped on the Super Mega Force collecting gimmick. After having collected the Shuriken from Ninja, haphazardly, I must admit, I kind of did it in like a month and a half or so. I got all the Shuriken. After getting all these, I didn't feel like buying the foam ones, the foam plastic ones that Bandai America put out. In fact, the reason I actually bought these was because I didn't like the way the Ninja Steel toy line was. I also have all the Ninja Mecha. The thing is, though, is that reviewing Ninja Mecha is kind of boring because it's already been reviewed a bunch of times because it came out a couple years ago. And I'm not buying the Ninja Steel Zords. So I'm basically buying nothing from Ninja Steel because I got the 6 Rangers and I stopped. I'm not buying the Ninja Master Modes. I'm pretty much not buying the villains because I don't think they turned out that great. And then I'm not buying the Legacy Zords because I have the originals complete at this point. And I need to stop messing with this Ninja Star. I had the originals complete. I was going to get Legacy Thunder Megazord at some point, but then I ended up buying Super Sentai Artisan Dairyno instead for a lot more money, but I like that better. And then the Legacy Roleplay stuff has just been like, I don't really care. I don't really need a helmet. I got the one with the DVDs in it. I don't really need a lot of Legacy stuff. If they put out a Shogun Megazord by now, I would have bought it. But effectively, the only thing left for me was Legacy figures, which I got Wave 3 in March. Only recently did the first wave of Zeo and Dino Thunder just kind of sort of popping up in stores. Someone found them. And it was at that moment. The thing is that I've realized with the Power Rangers Legacy figure line, I loved the hell out of it when it started. And I was really excited for the future, and I was excited for things to get better, and I was like accepting its flaws and its problems with accessory problems and everything like that. But what Bandai of America did was, instead of keeping that hype train building, they told us about new figures and showed new figures, and they didn't release any, so I didn't have any in hand, which means I had about 8 months to dwell on the fact that this line is very flawed, and this line is very flawed in a way where I don't feel like it's worth $20 a figure anymore. So effectively, I'm not collecting the Legacy Power Rangers figures anymore. Back in March, I was like, yes, bring on the next wave right now. I'll buy them. Absolutely getting every figure in the line. And now I'm like, you know what? I'll get the Psycho Rangers when they come out. But at this point, there's been a lot of statements from Bandai, basically saying the fandom is to blame for the female Rangers not selling. Hate that. That bugs me because I bought all the figures. Also, poor quality control. The Legacy Zeo Gold Ranger was originally slated to have metallic gold paint for the armor. It is now butterscotch orange. I'm sorry, if that was a $10 figure and had that color problem, I wouldn't really worry about it. But it's a $20 figure that has one accessory, no Build-A-Figure part. I'm going to take that $20 and buy a Marvel Legends figure, which is kind of what I've done this year. All the money I would have spent on Power Rangers, I took it and transplanted onto Marvel Legends, because I think Marvel Legends has had one of its strongest years ever, and I've started getting into Marvel Legends a lot more. So all that money I'd spent on PR, put it towards Marvel Legends, and that's where we're at. But because when I review Marvel Legends, I get like no views and nobody seems to care, I don't do it. So I put a proposition out to you, my dear viewers, in the comments below. If you want to see Marvel Legends reviews from me, put that in the comments that you want to see Marvel Legends. I need to know if anybody out there actually cares for me to review Marvel Legends, because I will totally do it, because I keep up with this line. I bought every single wave from 2017. I bought every figure in each wave, minus a couple here. Like, I skipped Death's Head 2, and I skipped regular Homecoming Spider-Man, just bought his part on eBay, because I got the Tony Stark Iron Man and the Spider-Man with the Tom Holland head 2-pack. I got that 2-pack instead of the single carded one, but I still built Vulture. Anyways, I picked up every wave of the year. So if you want to see Marvel Legends reviews, I'd love to talk about that line. I do a 2017 year in review because I bought something from everything. I didn't buy all the Marvel Vintage Wave, but I bought Punisher and Iron Man, and I kind of have an idea of that whole line. So I would totally do a Marvel Legends 2017 in review if you guys want to see it. Let me know, because I don't know otherwise. There is no way for me to gauge whether or not people want to see Marvel Legends reviews from me unless they tell me that they want to see it. And if enough people out there want to see it, I will go through the effort to review Marvel Legends. I'm hardcore enough about this that I'm thinking, you let me know in the comments if you want to see Marvel Legends reviews. And I have the Marvel Legends Defenders box set coming in from Amazon soon, and I'm probably going to do a review on that. That set is as solid as I think it will be. And I'll probably do a review on that, so between your comments here and that video's reception, we'll decide whether or not I will continue Marvel Legends reviews. So that is the new stuff. Now it's time to update you on some of the old stuff. So let's talk about things that are changing here on this channel. First of all, point number one, Soundout Review is not changing. I just said things were changing, but it's kind of changing. Soundout Review is going to be the review show. Anything I'm reviewing, for the most part, is going to be in Soundout Review tags, okay? I'm just going to do whatever I feel like doing, okay? This basically means if I want to review something I bought, or if I don't want to review something I bought, I'm just going to give myself the option. I'm not going to try to tie into movie releases or TV releases, or this is the hot popular item, I need to review this now. If I feel like reviewing it, I will review it. If I don't feel like reviewing it, I won't. If I feel like, oh, I don't really want to review this right now, or, you know, for example, if I just want to pick up the Shoto phone and be like, hey, I want to do a video on this thing because I love that it's a brush. I'll just do that. Basically, I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing because I'm going to put the most passion and energy into something that I want to do. So that is basically how I'm running this YouTube channel, is that the videos I want to make are videos that people are interested in. See, I won't just make like a ton of Marvel Legends videos if no one's going to watch them. But I want to have like the audience reception of what type of reviews you want to see. Marvel Legends, Sentai, Rider, Power Rangers. And then I'll just review whatever I want from those categories. Not specific things, not necessarily the newest stuff, but I'm just going to make videos I want to make and see, you know, if people like them or not. That's what I'm here to do. I want to entertain people. I want to educate people a little bit. And I want to provide a nice little video that you can just go and look at. And it's like, oh, what do these buttons do on the Shadow phone? Oh, look, someone's got a video on it. Here you go. That's what we're at. That's what Soundout Review will be. I will let you know of the next Soundout Review because I already have it filmed. And that will be on the Kamen Rider Amazon's Neo Amazon driver. This thing is cool. I really like it. And I was like, I need to shoot a video for that. And that was the thing that reignited my whole passion for video making, which is why we're here today. So, Soundout Review is solid, set. That's what I'm going to be pretty much doing. Let's talk about those other side shows I've started up. Point 2, Model Kit Monday. Model Kit Monday was probably my favorite spin-off show to actually make because I thought it was cool just to talk about Gunpla from a different perspective, where I was basically discussing things from the perspective of this is an action figure when it's fully built, as opposed to this is a model kit. Now, I like to take that approach, but I also do realize that they are model kits, and I do need to start addressing that part of it. So Model Kit Monday going forward is going to be whatever Gunpla I feel like reviewing, but what I'm going to do before I build it is film a little segment that is a runner overview and a box contents overview. Basically kind of giving a nice, here's what's in the box when you open it up, and then talk about the built figure. Because I feel like I need to kind of make Model Kit Monday a little bit more special, because it's called Model Kit Monday. It's not like Gundam review of, hey, look, here's a high grade, but I'm going to talk about like an action figure. I do realize that was kind of my biggest failing with Model Kit Monday, so I want to try and improve that. And that series, maybe I'll get to the point where I'm doing it weekly. There'll be some videos where I won't do the runner overview because I have kits that I want to review that I built. I didn't do that filming for. But basically, that's kind of where Model Kit Monday's headed, is in that direction of I want to kind of do a more cohesive reviews of those. So, kind of expect more to see. I'm thinking my first new episode of Model Kit Monday will be on the Gundam Barbatos Metallic Gloss Injection version from the Iron Blooded Orphans Blu-ray set. Kind of just, that's what's on my table to build right now. I'm pretty much thinking that's probably where I'm going to start. And then, yeah, we'll see from there. Real Grade Unicorn's definitely going to get a review because I love that kit to death. So, there's that. Point 3, Soundout's Toy Chest. I know a lot of people out there like Soundout's Toy Chest. I like Soundout's Toy Chest. I just can't feasibly produce Soundout's Toy Chest. I ran into a bit of a snag. If Soundout's Toy Chest was like my main review show that I was doing all the reviews for, I think it would totally work. Because the idea of, oh, here's a random toy, and I'm going to give you a little clue to kind of key into what it'll be. If I was committed enough, and if YouTube was paying me enough to spend all the time committed to it, I could really do Soundout's Toy Chest weekly. Which is what I really think I've always wanted to do, was just do like something like that weekly, where it's like, okay, well, inside the mystery review today is the Yellow Ninja Power Star, and your clue for next week is Mass Evisceration, and then it happens to be the next review is the Amazon's driver, because, you know, Amazon's. Obviously, if anyone out there that makes videos knows this, it's really hard to plan ahead, especially if you're doing it as a hobby, which I am. Right now, it's one of my only things I'm working on, but it's just, it's a hobby. And so if I don't feel like making a video, I don't want to make a video, and then I kind of tie myself into... I don't want to put myself in a corner where I'm like, this is the video I have to make right now. Because when I have to force myself to make a video, I'm not enjoying it. That's kind of what made me take a break for a few months. Was I wasn't enjoying it, because I was kind of forcing myself to, I got to review this now, I got to do this, I got to make, you know, this advertiser friendly, and share this, and share that, and get revenue, and I'm almost like, taking all the fun out of it, so, it's going to be back to being fun. Soundout's Toy Chest may return someday, but for the most part, it's effectively on, what's the good phrase, indefinite hiatus. It's not canceled, it could come back someday, but indefinite hiatus. Let's see. Point 4, the Soundcast. How I enjoyed the Soundcast. I thought that I did a good run of 20 episodes in the Soundcast. And in that time of the Soundcast, I learned a lot about podcasting and video making to try to get a consistent schedule going. Part of this goes back into the I don't want to be boxed into having to make videos thing. But I was also kind of having trouble because I think I stopped enjoying the shows I was reviewing. Because a show like Commodore Xade is great to watch and fun to watch when you're watching it, but then you go to analyze it to review it, and you start breaking it down and realizing there's like not much substance at the bottom. Kind of like also Dino Force Brave, I think I had the same problem. And then Amazon's would get incredibly more depressing the more I'd analyze it and realize how dark and twisted that show was when you really break it down. Q Ranger, I think Q Ranger as well in the early episodes, I was starting to like kind of get resentful. But the thing was, I'd have to binge watch all 4 shows like on Monday, record on Tuesday, then edit by Wednesday or Thursday, and then upload. Or I have to edit Wednesday, upload Thursday to be out by Friday. So it was like it was a whole week thing. It was a whole week of production for the Soundcast, which I think it was a lot of work. I really enjoyed it. I had a few really great hits when I did the Q Ranger catalog scans, but then there was the thing was that it was that series was really successful, and a lot of people watched it when I had something like Q Ranger scans to talk about. But then when I had those weeks where I was like, well, there was no news this week for Toku stuff, I'm just going to talk about, like, here's my opinion on something, and not as many people tuned in. So that's kind of the thing I had the problem with. I had a hard time. I didn't have a hard time when it was like Q Ranger scans and episode reviews, but when it was, what do I do when there's no news? There's nothing that's happened this week. What do I do? And that's where I came up with the snag. And after I took the break to finish up college, I kind of didn't go back because I think I just had that same problem of I'd have to rush watching the shows, I'd have to come up with topics to talk about, and it was a lot of challenge because a lot of times with a podcast you have co-hosts, and so you'd have multiple people doing a podcast. So like even if one person's running the whole thing, your co-host can provide you ideas sometimes. And so with the Soundcast, it was a one-person show. I was theorizing it, recording it, editing it, uploading it, timing all the pictures, trying to find all the pictures, come up with topics. Everything was done by me, and I think it's incredibly taxing. So maybe one day I'll bring that back. Maybe when I get my life back into a consistent weekly schedule. But I did like the Soundcast. I really did, and I hope that someday I can kind of revive it. But, however, if you do want to hear me on a podcast, Hero Club, which is a website I'm associated with. I helped create Hero Club. Hero-club.com, by the way. So I'm a founding member of Hero Club, but recently the Hero Club's premiere podcast, Los Incorables de Tokusatsu, or LIT, Lit Podcast for short, recently one of the co-hosts had gotten a part-time job, and so he was unavailable for recording, and I've stepped up and to be the co-host for now. So if you want to hear me on a podcast, go check that out on Hero Club at hero-club.com. It's also on YouTube if you look for it. And yeah, I will usually post a link when the new episodes are live, but recently we've recorded a few episodes. There was one we did as a discussion of Bandai of America's business practices when it comes to Power Rangers toys. And that was a really interesting discussion, so stay tuned, keep an eye out for that. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's at Soundout12. I'll post anytime I post a new video here on YouTube, and also I will post when there's things on Hero Club that I think you should check out. Also, yeah, when the new episodes of the Lit Podcast, I'll definitely tweet that out to everyone out there. So the last bit of discussion is Soundout Sentai Showcase. This was a series I started when I reviewed Go Buster Ace, and I put so much work into that video. That was like a 4.5 minute video that took me, like 9 or 10 hours to produce. I loved making that video. And this is where things get sad and emotional in this vlog, because an update vlog for a YouTube channel, it gets sad and emotional sometimes. Soundout Sentai Showcase probably isn't coming back. It probably isn't continuing, I should say. It never really was there. I put so much work into reviewing Go Buster Ace, with the camera angles and the scripting and the music and the lighting and the camera adjustments and the tweaking of this and trying to match it all together and the editing to pull it together and just make this nice, cohesive, scripted, well detailed look at an older toy that not many people were talking about that was still really awesome. And I pulled it all together and I put my heart and soul into this 4-minute and 45-second video, and I uploaded it to YouTube, and I shared the link everywhere, and I put it up on Hero Club, and I put it on Twitter, and I kept tweeting it, and it got like, I think, just under 500 views. And that was the last video I made for the rest of the summer, because at that time I was trying to make a good video and I was trying to do something completely different. I was trying to reinvent my style. I was like, let me just try to reach a better audience, just try something new. And I really, really was pleased with how that turned out. I think that's probably one of my finest videos I've ever done. And I'm so happy with how that turned out. And I'm so happy for everyone that did watch it and commented on it. And I'm really glad at the people that came and said, hey, are you ever going to get to reviewing GT02 or RH03 or anything else from Go Busters? And at this point, no. I spent basically the thing is that I spent like so much time and so much energy developing that series. I was developing the Sentai Showcase idea for 2 or 3 months before I made the first video. And then I made the first video, and that took a ton of production hours and just figuring things out on the go and trying to put it all together, and then to upload it to a channel that has over 9,000 subscribers and get just around 500 views, YouTube algorithms or not, I just don't feel like I felt like that video just didn't do as well as I think it needed to be to give me the energy. Because when you make a video on YouTube, and this is something that when you make like a hardcore, like go straight into making a really solid video where it's like really tricky figuring out timing and pacing and writing and all this, when you put all that work into there, your reward is seeing that other people saw it and that they liked it and then they commented and then said, oh, that was great, that was amazing, good work, really liked that. And then they view it and they share it and it views to other people, and you get those views because that kind of gives you the confidence that, oh, hey, people are out there watching what I made. I need to keep making more because it's making someone else happy. And that was just not what I got with Sentai Showcase. Most of the comments I got, and I love every comment everybody leaves, by the way. I'm not complaining at all. I don't want to make it sound like that, but I wasn't getting any comments on the video style. I was getting comments on the toy, whether or not I was going to review more, but I didn't get any comments on loved your new style, really liked how you did this or did that, and either I did such a good job that nobody noticed that it was done that way, or it just wasn't necessary. Like I think that, and I kind of thinking back now, it's probably that the reason people subscribed to my channel was the way that I made videos, and I got most of those subscribers prior to Sentai Showcase, and prior to trying to change things. I think at this point, it's just go back to the basics of why did people subscribe to this channel? Let's look at what I did before, which was just kind of, here's a toy, I'm going to tell you about it, I'm going to inform you about it, joke around with it, have a little bit of fun, and then upload it to YouTube and see who likes it. And that's kind of where I'm at. It all comes full circle, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. And for me to have fun doing it, I'm going to just review what I want to review. So that's the way things are. Hope you all don't mind that. Either way, I'm going to be doing what I'm going to do. Because at the end of the day, it's my YouTube channel. But if you are horribly offended by this video, please let me know in the comments below. That will inform me what it is. But if you like Sentai Showcase, and if you watched it, and you commented, and everything related to that video, thank you so much. But for right now, effectively, Sentai Showcase is canceled. I don't see myself putting that much time and effort into a video again. I didn't feel like, I think that's what kind of killed my video spirit, I think. was that I just did all this work and I didn't feel like anybody actually appreciated it that much. So thank you, everybody that's subscribed over all these years. We're coming up to 9 years on YouTube. Yeah, 9 years in 2018. But yeah, I'm just going to keep making videos when I feel like it. If I get something in the mail, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to plop this down on a table, turn on the camera, and just record. And that'll be roughly the video. I'm just going to make them nicely edited because I studied video editing in college for all it's worth. But yeah, so stay tuned for more videos. Hope you all enjoy it. Check out Hero Club at hero-club.com for all your news, podcast reviews, everything cool there. And yeah, stay tuned. More videos are on the way. And let me know what you want me to cover in the comments below, especially if you want to see Marvel Legends. Tell me now, please. I want to know. Anyways, till next time, the Soundout saying goodbye.